What's up? This is your boy Ink Vendetta with a freaking amazing post. I'm so excited to do this with you guys. I am beyond passionate. I'm beyond thrilled. One of my favorite game ever is Kingdom Hearts 2 for obvious reason. It's a fantastic game, but I do believe that what makes it a good game is the villain, which is the Organization 13. If it wasn't for them, I think Ansem in the first game was a great villain. The fact that we have villain from the Disney movie, I think it's fantastic. However, I don't know how many Disney movies there is, and I don't think there's enough for 3 games, right? With the Organization 13, we had solid villain, the nobodies. Why I like that so much is they have a clear goal, right? They were a powerful being that turned into Heartless, and then they were left out of the shell. And the only thing that they want is the Kingdom Hearts to regain part of themselves that they're missing, and that's the heart, right? So the nobodies and themselves, they're all, I think most of them, if not all of them, are super interesting. We got 3 games with them. We have Chain of Memories, we have Kingdom Hearts 2, of course, and we have 356 Days, which is Roxas story inside the organization. Also, the organization, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but the characters are so interesting, and they're really talking about, like, for example, I do remember, it's been a while, guys. It's been like a year I haven't played the game, but I remember the guy who was the nobody that wanted to turn the Beast and Beauty and the Beast into a Heartless, right? And yeah, that guy was super interesting. It has something to do with it. I remember the one in Mulan was phenomenal. Like I said, I love the game, and what is really cool, and I'm repeating myself, but what's really cool about Kingdom Hearts 2 is we have a world, we have 2 versions of the same world. One version can be with the Heartless, and one version can be the nobodies. So it's kind of cool that we still have the villain from the stories, from the Disney. So we saying that the original lane, the original concept lane, right? And then we have the nobodies, which is completely, and it's funny because if you look at the 3rd game, there's barely character from, well, no, sorry. Let's say there's barely character from the Square Enix. This name is from Square Enix, that we don't see a lot of characters. You know, we see a bunch of amazing characters being developed, and the nobodies are, so we have characters like Sora, like Roxas, like Kairi, like Riku. You know, we have a lot of the characters. We have them, and they're original from Kingdom Hearts, but we don't necessarily have a villain that's proper to Kingdom Hearts. We have Ansem, but that's about it, right? And Ansem, again, he's a great villain. He's a one person, right? And the second game, the nobodies, they also have, they're also, it's so great. It's so fucking great because they're, I think a lot of people's favorite character from Kingdom Hearts 2 is Axel. So the organization is met up with those, like, not criminal, but they're not really good people, right? My legs are hurting and I'm not sure why. So yeah, so there's some clans, there's some betrayal, and it's really cool because, yeah, it's a group of villain, and like every group of villain, there's some flaw, there's some weak links. But at the end of the day, like I said, they're all interesting. So Organization 13 was a really solid hit for Kingdom Hearts. I feel bad saying this. I didn't quite, it's not true. I liked Kingdom Hearts 3, but I didn't like it as much as I liked the Kingdom Hearts 2. And I think the Kingdom Hearts 2, the reason why we like it so much is because of the organization once again. And yeah, it's just a really good group. It's just a really smart idea. Narratively, it works really well. Because we have the nobody, and the way they introduced, because it's kind of cool. We introduced Roxas as the first nobody. Roxas is our first, is the introduction to the new genre of enemies, but the new genre of people, right? And we got the organization. We don't really know who they are, and it's fun because they could have went with a simple route of, okay, those are people we saw in the first game. They became bad people, right? We have one which is Xehanort, which is and some nobody. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of really cool, actually. But apart from that, we have nothing. We don't have anything at all. So that is a bit of a letdown, right? Anyway, this was the Organization 13. Sorry, I'm keep on looking everywhere. It's because I'm on the street, right? We're skateboarding. I know. So fuck it.